Look around you. Everything behaves in an orderly way. Apples fall from trees, planets orbit the sun, light travels in straight lines unless bent by gravity. We take this order for granted. We assume it must always be this way. Simple enough, right? But here's the thing. Why does it have to be this way at all? Why must the universe follow any law? Gravity pulling, energy conserved, time marching forward. Why not chaos? Why not random motion without pattern? Planets zigzagging through space, apples floating upward, stars flickering on and off unpredictably. Think about that for a moment. We are so accustomed to the reliability of natural laws that we rarely ask this question. Yet it is one of the deepest mysteries of physics. The universe obeys laws at all. That's not trivial, it is astonishing. Without rules, science itself could not exist. Prediction would be impossible. Cause and effect would vanish. Knowledge would dissolve. Stop and think about what this means. Imagine a world without laws. Rain could fall sideways, rivers could flow uphill, light could bend randomly, chemistry could fail, and life could not form. No stars, no planets, no life, no one to even ask the question. That's the beautiful part. The presence of laws is what allows existence as we know it. Now things get strange. We assume laws are fundamental, fixed, eternal. But why should they be? They could have been different. Or absent entirely. Modern physics suggests that the universe we inhabit is only one possibility. In another universe, gravity could act differently. Electrons might repel instead of attract. Light might not even exist. The laws we observe are contingent, not necessary. Simple enough, right? But this raises a profound question. Why this universe with these particular laws? Why any laws at all? Think about symmetry. Many laws arise from symmetry. Conservation of energy comes from the uniformity of time. Conservation of momentum comes from the uniformity of space. These are elegant connections, yet they do not explain why symmetry exists in the first place. Why is the universe structured in a way that allows these elegant symmetries to emerge? Stop and think about what this means. It is possible that the laws themselves are not primary. They may emerge from something deeper, something unknown. Perhaps the universe began without laws, and they crystallized as the cosmos cooled. Perhaps lawfulness is a statistical property, a pattern emerging from the chaotic interactions of fundamental entities. Now imagine the implications. If laws are emergent, then the universe is not predetermined by some cosmic rulebook. It is a dynamic system where patterns stabilize. Order is a result, not a given. And yet, once these patterns exist, everything becomes predictable. Electrons obey quantum mechanics. Gravity bends space-time. Chemistry follows fixed rules. The reliability we see is born from this emergence, not from necessity. Same pattern, same physics. Even more unsettling, the laws we see might be just one set among many. The concept of a multiverse suggests countless universes, each with its own rules. Some might have no law of gravity. Some might have different numbers of dimensions. Our universe is not guaranteed. It is special because it permits complexity and life. Here's the thing. This means the laws of physics are not merely descriptive. They are selective. They allow certain phenomena to exist while forbidding others. They shape the possible and impossible. They are the framework that makes our universe coherent. Without them, nothing could persist. Even existence itself is unstable. Stop and think about what this means. We often treat laws as inevitable, as though they must exist. But physics tells a more uncomfortable truth. Lawfulness is contingent. It might have been different, or absent entirely. The universe might have been a storm of randomness with no patterns to constrain it, and yet remarkably, patterns arose, laws emerged, order appeared from potential chaos. Think about that for a moment. And here is the question that stares at every physicist. Are laws discovered or invented? Do they exist independently of the universe, or are they a property of the universe itself? Are we uncovering eternal truths, or are we tracing the contours of a cosmic accident that happens to behave predictably? Now things get strange. The very fact that we can ask these questions, that the universe obeys laws we can describe mathematically, is itself a profound mystery. Why is the universe comprehensible at all? Why does it follow rules that allow conscious beings to emerge, to observe, and to understand it? And that leads us to the greatest question of all. Why does the universe have laws at all? Why does anything exist in a stable, predictable form? Why is reality not just chaos? This is the puzzle that we must face, and understanding it will take us beyond what we know about physics, into a realm where existence itself and lawfulness intersect in ways that challenge intuition. And it is here at the boundary of comprehension that our journey begins. Let us examine what it means for the universe to have laws. Laws are not objects. They are not particles you can touch. They are patterns, consistent relationships between events, phenomena, and quantities. Think about a pendulum. It swings back and forth. The period depends on its length, not on the weight of the bob. This regularity is a law in action. It describes a pattern, a rhythm that repeats. But why does that pattern exist at all? Now, consider everyday experience. When you drop a ball, it falls. Simple, gravity does the work. Yet gravity itself is a law, a rule that describes how matter interacts with space and time. The law is invisible. We do not see gravity, only its effect, and the universe follows this pattern faithfully. That consistency is what allows prediction, construction, and understanding. Stop and think about that for a moment. Imagine if the pendulum did not obey a rule. Each swing could take a different time. Some swings might reverse spontaneously. Engineering, physics, even life itself would be impossible. The regularity of laws is what makes a universe comprehensible and stable. Without it, complexity could not exist. Stars would not form, planets could not stabilize, chemistry would fail. Here's the thing. Some laws arise from symmetry. Symmetry is a subtle property. When a system remains unchanged under certain transformations, a law emerges. Conservation of energy follows from time symmetry. Momentum follows from spatial symmetry. These deep connections show that laws are not random. They reflect the underlying structure of reality. Yet they still do not explain why the symmetries exist in the first place. That question remains. Think about that for a moment. We can also ask if laws are absolute. Are they fixed for eternity, or can they evolve? Theoretical physics suggests that at the very beginning, in the earliest moments of the universe, laws may not have been what they are now. The forces, gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear interactions may have emerged as the universe cooled and expanded. Lawfulness itself may be an emergent property. Now things get strange. If laws emerge rather than pre-exist, it explains why our universe has the particular rules we observe. Other universes might obey different laws. Some might lack stability, never forming complex structures. Some might operate in more dimensions, or fewer. Our universe is special precisely because its rules allow matter, chemistry, and life to arise. That is why we observe these laws. They enable observers. Simple enough, right? But the laws we see are also selective. They constrain what is possible and what is impossible. Conservation laws prevent perpetual motion. Quantum uncertainty limits precision. Relativity limits speed. These rules define what can happen and what cannot. They are not arbitrary. They structure reality itself. The universe is a carefully tuned system where stability emerges from constraint. Stop and think about what this means. Even at the quantum scale, patterns hold. Electrons do not fall into nuclei. Atoms do not collapse. Laws govern behavior at every scale. Gravity shapes galaxies. Quantum mechanics shapes atoms. From the smallest to the largest, laws maintain coherence. Without them, order could not exist. Chaos would dominate. Complexity would be impossible. Here's the thing. The regularity of laws is what allows mathematics to describe the universe. Equations, formulas, predictions, they all work because the universe is consistent. If laws varied randomly over time or space, mathematics would fail. Prediction would be meaningless. Science itself depends on the trustworthiness of these laws. Think about that for a moment. Laws are patterns that exist because the universe exhibits regularity. They are not objects, but they are real in their effect. They are the skeleton of reality, the framework that supports matter, energy, and life. Without them, nothing could persist long enough to form structure or consciousness. Now imagine the philosophical implications. If laws are emergent, if they could have been different, then the universe we experience is contingent. It is a particular solution among many possibilities. Our existence depends not just on matter and energy, but on the stability of these patterns. Lawfulness is as fundamental to life as atoms themselves. Stop and think about what this means. The laws of physics are not merely descriptions, they are the conditions that make the universe possible. They allow predictability, structure, and comprehension. They are not optional. They are the scaffolding that gives existence shape. And understanding why they exist, why they are consistent, and why they allow life at all is one of the deepest questions in physics. And as we continue, we must ask, what lies beneath the laws themselves? What is the source of order? That is where our journey deepens, into a realm where physics, philosophy, and cosmology intersect in ways that challenge intuition and defy easy explanation. Let us go deeper. We have seen that laws are patterns, that they emerge from symmetries, and that they constrain what is possible. But there is more. Laws are not just convenient descriptions. They are expressions of the universe's underlying structure. Every law is a window into reality's architecture. Think about it. Consider electromagnetism. Maxwell's equations describe how electric and magnetic fields interact. They predict light, radio waves, even X-rays. And yet these equations are not plucked from nowhere. They reflect deeper symmetries of space and time. They reveal how the universe is woven together. Stop and think about that for a moment. Now think about relativity. Einstein showed that space and time are not separate, but a single fabric. Space-time, mass and energy, bend it. That curvature guides motion. The law of gravity emerges from geometry. Gravity is not imposed, it is revealed. The pattern exists because space-time itself has structure. That is astonishing. Here's the thing. Even quantum mechanics, with all its uncertainty, obeys patterns. Probabilities are not arbitrary. Wave functions evolve according to precise rules. Energy levels in atoms are discrete. These are laws emerging from fundamental symmetries. The universe enforces structure even where randomness dominates. That is the subtle beauty. Simple enough, right? But think about complexity. Life itself arises from chemical interactions, which follow quantum rules, which obey conservation laws, which emerge from symmetry. Every step depends on consistent laws. A single change, a slight variation in constants or forces, and life could not exist. The universe is finely tuned. Order and complexity are fragile and remarkable. Stop and think about what this means. The existence of laws is not trivial. They enable predictability, stability, and structure. Without them, atoms would not form, stars would not shine, galaxies would not coalesce. Lawfulness is the reason the cosmos can host observers capable of questioning its nature. We exist in a universe that behaves, that obeys rules, that is comprehensible. Now things get strange. Consider the multiverse hypothesis. If countless universes exist, each could have its own set of laws. Some might be chaotic, unstable, incapable of forming matter. Some might be sterile, devoid of chemistry. We observe this universe because it has laws that allow complexity. That is not coincidence, it is selection. The fact that the universe is lawful is tied to the fact that we are here to observe it. Same pattern, same physics. Every law constrains possibility. Conservation of momentum ensures particles behave predictably. Electromagnetic interactions govern chemistry. Strong and weak forces dictate nuclear stability. These constraints shape what can emerge. Without them, nothing structured could exist. Chaos would overwhelm. Law is not a restriction, it is the condition for existence itself. Here's the thing. Even at the smallest scales, quantum fluctuations obey statistical laws. Particles appear and vanish. Energy is uncertain. Yet over many interactions, patterns emerge. Atoms are stable. Molecules form. Matter organizes. Lawfulness survives uncertainty. The universe is structured not despite quantum randomness, but because statistical regularities dominate. Think about that for a moment. The laws of physics also allow mathematics to describe the universe. Equations are not arbitrary, they correspond to reality. Why? Because the universe behaves consistently. Gravity curves space-time predictably. Electrons occupy discrete energy levels. The coherence of law allows us to understand, model, and predict. We are not guessing. We are uncovering patterns that existed long before we noticed them. Stop and think about what this means. Laws are not separate from reality. They are the architecture of reality. They are the invisible skeleton that gives structure to matter, energy, and motion. The fine-tuning of these laws is not just convenient, it is essential. Without them, complexity could not arise, consciousness could not emerge, observation itself would be impossible. Now imagine the philosophical depth. The universe is not random, it is structured, lawful, predictable, and yet these laws might themselves be emergent, contingent, selected. They are not imposed externally. They are intrinsic to the universe's existence. Lawfulness and existence are inseparable. Order is not an accident. It is the foundation. And that leads us to the ultimate question. Why does any pattern exist at all? Why does the universe permit lawfulness, order, and structure? That is where we approach the edge of understanding, where physics, cosmology, and philosophy converge, challenging intuition and inviting wonder. This is the threshold we now cross, into the final revelation of why the universe has laws at all. Now we reach the climax. The universe has laws, that is clear. But why? Why do these laws exist at all? Why is reality structured, comprehensible, and coherent? This is more than physics. It is philosophy, metaphysics, and wonder combined. Think about that for a moment. Consider the alternative, a universe without law, chaos unbridled, no regularity, no predictability, no structure. Stars might flicker randomly, planets vanish, atoms fail to form, life could not exist, consciousness could not emerge, even observation would be impossible. Lawfulness is a prerequisite for existence itself. Without it, nothing could persist. Here's the thing, laws are not just descriptive, they are generative. They allow patterns, complexity, and stability to emerge. They are the framework that permits everything from galaxies to DNA. They constrain possibility while enabling the richness of phenomena. Without them, reality would collapse into formlessness. Law is not optional, it is necessary for existence. Stop and think about what this means. Even the deepest physics suggests that lawfulness is not guaranteed. Laws may be emergent, contingent, selected. They could have been different or absent entirely. Our universe is one possibility among many. Its particular rules allow matter, chemistry, stars, planets, and life to exist. We live in a universe with laws because only such a universe can support observers. The very fact that we can ask these questions is evidence of lawfulness. Now things get strange. Symmetry, conservation, causality, they are not arbitrary. They are intrinsic to the universe's structure. Every interaction, from quantum fluctuations to cosmic expansion, obeys patterns. Electrons maintain discrete energy levels. Gravity shapes galaxies. The laws hold consistently across space and time. This coherence allows prediction, understanding, and explanation. It allows us to uncover the universe's secrets. Think about that for a moment. The elegance of laws is profound. Simple principles give rise to astonishing complexity. From the weak and strong nuclear forces to electromagnetism and gravity, a few fundamental interactions orchestrate the entire cosmos. Life, matter, planets, and stars arise from these principles. The patterns are not imposed, they are intrinsic. The universe behaves consistently because that is the nature of reality. Here's the beautiful part. Laws and existence are inseparable. They are the bedrock of reality. Without lawfulness, there is no order, no persistence, no comprehension. The universe could have been chaotic, but it is not. Order emerges from deep structure. Patterns persist. Energy flows predictably. Matter organizes. Life arises. Consciousness contemplates it all. Stop and think about what this means. The existence of laws is both a cosmic necessity and an enduring mystery. They are not created for us. They are not human conventions. They are the intrinsic rules that shape reality itself. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, from the quantum vacuum to the cosmic web, lawfulness pervades everything. Now imagine the philosophical depth. We often assume laws are inevitable, eternal, and universal. Yet physics shows they could have been different. They could emerge from a multiverse, from symmetry, from statistical necessity. Their existence is contingent yet essential. They are both accidental and necessary, and we, conscious observers, exist because these rules allow stability, complexity, and life. Same pattern, same physics. The universe is a structured, lawful system. That is why we can study it, understand it, and marvel at it. Its laws are not arbitrary. They are intrinsic, emergent, and deeply connected to existence. Without law, nothing could persist. Without pattern, nothing could arise. Lawfulness is the backbone of reality. Stop and think about what this means. Every equation, every principle, every law we uncover is a glimpse into the hidden structure of the cosmos. They reveal why the universe exists in a stable, comprehensible, and ordered form. They show that order is not a given, but a profound feature of reality. They connect the smallest quantum particles to the vast cosmic web. Here's the thing. The uncomfortable truth is this: the universe has laws, and their existence is neither trivial nor guaranteed. They are fundamental to everything we know. They shape matter, energy, time, space, and life itself. They are the scaffolding that makes existence possible. Without them, nothing could endure, nothing could exist, nothing could be observed. Think about that for a moment. We live in a universe that obeys rules, that can be understood, measured, and predicted, that allows complexity and consciousness to arise. That is astonishing. The presence of laws is the most profound fact about reality. They are not just rules, they are the foundation of existence itself. And so, we arrive at the final revelation. The universe has laws because without them, nothing could exist. Their existence is both necessary and mysterious. Lawfulness is reality, it is structure, it is the enabler of everything, and that is the uncomfortable truth.